Darling, we have guests. Well, let's see who we have. Oh, darling! Hello, Miss Terisa Griffin. Oh, the ladies are here. I'm so excited to see you. Darling, I haven't seen you since the wedding, and you look amazing.
Honey, good love, good love.
Honey. Oh, darling. Yes, well, let's get your coats. Mwah! And let me show you some fabulous things. We have some amazing looks for you. Oh, honey, let me ask you, honey, how does it feel when you're in this presence, honey?
I fall in love every time I'm around you.
Really? Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
Yes, I believe in love,
You look like you're sparkling. You're just glowing, honey. You're glowing. I'm so happy for you. Well, let me show you some amazing things. Stuff like that you might be interested in. This is another wild piece. And oh, darling.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only, this beautiful lady on my screen here, Terisa Griffin. How you doing?
I'm so blessed to be here. How are both of you doing?
Good morning.
You're doing all right. You're doing all right.
Okay, so stop. We're stopping right here. Sis, the hair.
Yes.
Your hair is your crown. And girl, you are rocking it right now.
Thank you so much, sister.
Love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So talk to me. Tell us about who you are, where you're from, and what you got going on today.
My name is Terisa Griffin, and I'm actually originally from Monroe, Louisiana, home of Delta Airlines. And I moved to Chicago years ago, fell in love with Chicago and the opportunities that they had. And I got like a ton of mentors once I got there, and I am in this thing called the music business, enjoying my life and thanking God that, that this circle of music is coming back to them appreciating grown people. I think, again, grown people are at least trying to find their type of music, and I'm here to represent for grown folks and for women.
Day parties. We're having day parties, okay? Because I need to be able to get up on time.
I know, right? It's like, oh my God, when people's like, it's gonna start at 10. I'm like, oh, I gotta take a nap before I actually
I ain't even mad at you, so
I ain't gonna lie. The weekend I had, man, was events. How about tired by the time I hit Monday. But
I totally understand.
Yeah, so yeah, R&B, like I gotta say, maybe a couple of years ago I felt like, man, what happened to the R&B? But I feel like now there's a lot out there, and there's so much out there. There's a lot of good R&B music out there, and I think the reason why now is because folks finally figured out, these record labels, listen, we don't need y'all no more. I mean, we need them, but we don't need them, and we need them to stay out of the creativity from a lot of these artists. So how do you feel about that?
I'm blessed because I'm an independent, and I'm cursed because I'm an independent. You work harder, but the blessing is I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do. I'm grown. I write, I produce, and nobody is going to tell me that I can't do that because they're going to put somebody else's song that may not fit my personality or my voice. They're not going to shame me into singing something. At one point, nobody wanted to say R&B as if it was a bad word. They wanted to say neo soul. They wanted to call it everything but what it really stemmed from. And, they figured, since they kind of merged hip hop into it, for some reason R&B got like a bad rap, like it's too old for you to do. And I'm like, you don't give away your music. Do not give away your music. You give away jazz, you give away blues. I'm not giving away R&B. This is who I am. I love Adele, but a lot of white artists are singing R&B. And we're like, oh, they so cool. It's not, well, what made it uncool? Because I'm doing it and I'm Black. So I'm sticking with what's not broken. I can't be anything other than myself, and that's what being an independent allows me to do.
All right. So talk to us about your music.
So my music My music is grown music. If you want to be unapologetic for your cellulite and your age, this is the music. This is the music to listen to. I mean, like you can make love to this music. You know, you ain't got to you move your hips as much as you got to move it with that other music. You can actually get into it and romance. I'm really about romance and love and the hurt and the pain is there, but at the same time, you know, when we were listening to Joy and Pain with Frankie Beverly, it was about joy and pain, you know, and you still partied, you joy, you know, sunshine and the rain, you know, it's like, and we still partying to it, you know, so that's the kind of music that I'm creating.
Well, I feel like finally we got some new classics finally hitting these airwaves coming from artists, and that had stopped for a long time. We weren't getting new classics. You know, so I appreciate what you just said.
Well, you know, I have to say that there's something to be said. So my genre, you know, I will say a neo soul girl, right? Because
yes,
I feel that what happened somewhere after New Edition and you know, when we had, there was the moment of time where we had some people that definitely were bringing it to us, like Jill Scott. And we had these people, right? And then all of a sudden, like her and India Irie, like these individuals, these artists, definitely. But then it's like the genre died, and then it came this more neo soul sort of experience. So I can appreciate how you're saying I'm taking the ownership of it back. Now I need to know if it's a lovemaking. So how many babies are you planning to be responsible for the creation of? And then how many Sundays will you be pumped in the same household to clean? Because that's how you know you got true talent, right? When you can be used on a Saturday night and a Sunday afternoon to clean the house.
I like that you said that, because you know what? You're right. When you're doing work around the house, you either put on the radio or you put on your playlist.
Yeah.
And if you make the playlist at home, you got something happen.
Yeah, you made it. You made it.
Well, trust me, this project has some movement in it. You know, I have a song on there called Wetter is Better, because I didn't want to say WAP. You know, so it is, it's called Wetter is Better.
Back up. Past that, sis. Oh, wait a second.
Back up. Tell me about Wetter is Better.
Well, Wetter is Better was inspired by the sound of maybe the emotions, but but the lyrics.
I like how you cleaned that up. Okay, I'm there.
Yeah, the sound of the emotions, but the lyrics are still current, but not. And I'll say it's Prince-esque in some ways, because it's like Prince could tell you something nasty and you wanted to accept it. So Wetter is Better is more of, it's a little something to it, because it's talking about the morning breeze and, you know, something wakens while I sleep, you know, the blowing through my mind, you know, the storm starts to arise, you know, come on, arise, baby, get up, come and help me, please. I need you to calm this stormy sea, you know, it's that. So Wetter is better. Yes, yes.
I'm not to steal your line. Come calm these seas, brother. Okay, I'm gonna work on that delivery. I'm gonna work on that delivery. Okay.
You got it. You just make it softer. Come calm these seas, baby. Yes, you got it, then, sis.
Right. Well, I'm gonna give the folks a little taste of your current record. And you know, we got to be careful when we're doing these lives, because you know, first of all, we do not own the rights to this music. So please don't cut us off on the live. All right. I'm gonna just let them get a little taste of it real quick.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Oh man, I'm just coming in the house.
That's
long day.
That's gonna be on rotations of R&B. Right?
She gonna pour me a drink, or I'm gonna pour my own drink.
So
yes.
And I'm gonna chill out.
So can I tell you? So I said a goose, right? I have this thing where I can tell immediately within literally the first 10 seconds of someone singing, because the hair on my neck and my arms will stand if it is that. It speaks to my soul. My soul will open and hear it immediately. And I will not lie. As soon as that first. I'm a stanza second came in. Yeah, you saw me on camera. I pointed to Goose, and that was me saying
she did.
That was me saying, yo, she got it. That right there, I'm gonna tell you right now. I give you my word. If that gets the right play and platform, girl, there's no stop. That's gonna be a soundtrack on one. Listen, I'm gonna put this out here in the universe for you. I'm pouring into you
definitely an
right
R&B
now.
vibe.
This right here is a Tyler Perry pullback song on one of his movies in one of those steamy moments. I could see this song being played in that. And listen, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm not kidding you. As I'm pouring this into you, I'm claiming this for you. That song right there, that's it, girl. That's it, girl. You got something. You got something.
Oh my God.
You got
Thank you so much. It was birthed. It started in COVID. Sad story. Half of my band died. My entire team that I actually had working with me musically died.
COVID?
And
we were just talking about
that COVID stuff.
Yeah, wow. And the scary. I was listening to you guys talk about the how we, they gave us this shot, didn't do enough research, trying to hurry up and make everybody go back to work. But I really, I'm the eternal conspiracy theorist, so I'll just be quiet about it. But I just, from the beginning, I took the first two and then I couldn't take, my body was reacting. So I said, and I have lupus, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm not going to take anymore because I don't think they've done enough research with what they're giving us. And it's going to end up making, if my lymph nodes are swelling under my breasts, under my arms, if everything is getting larger, hell no. These titties are big enough. I'm not going to be doing any of that. I literally.
Right. With that being said, not to cut you off. With that being said, because we're talking about COVID now. So you took the shot like most people. They just thought because they were told that was the thing that we had to do. We need that, or we may not be able to survive. Where was your mind in making that decision to take the shot, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no problem. So my husband he actually had the first strand of COVID, and I almost lost him. So I'll never forget that it was the first week of November, and the most terrifying thing was my husband started to do things that he didn't normally do. And he canceled a mammogram that I had waited for almost 8 months for, because literally you were having a hard time getting appointments to do anything. So when he was like, we're not going to be able to go to it. And I'm like, what's going on? I said, you need to get checked. I think you have COVID. And I ordered, when he first started acting strange, I ordered 16 hazmat suits because what I had made up my mind was, my husband's not going to the hospital. I'm going to take care of him at home because they're not going to put him on a respirator and I never see him again. So that was, that was the thought in my mind, because I had a friend, her husband went in, he died. They both ended up with COVID. He died and she never saw him again. So I couldn't imagine that happening to me. And so I was like, I started looking at stuff with Dr. Sebi. This was all within the first 24 hours of me thinking that he had it. So the next day, the hazmat suits came. By the third day, he was having body cramps that was so hard, he was screaming when he tried to walk. And he's like, I'm going to go and get a test. And I was like, well, you have COVID. So when he came back, I was sitting in the garage and he didn't know who I was, because he was, the oxygen to his brain was, being impaired. And I said, no, it's me. And he's like, why are you sitting in the garage? I said, because you have COVID. And he says, yeah, they said I have COVID. I said, go upstairs immediately. I put on the rest of my hazmat suit, got out of the car. The dogs wouldn't go near him. And the one thing that I questioned, because I didn't realize I had lupus until 2 years after we got married. I was diagnosed and it had come out of what they said a long-term remission. My husband, at the time, they were treating COVID patients with lupus medicine, and there was a shortage of lupus medicine, and my doctor had given me a surplus of medicine. And so I started giving him this medicine. I put him in our steam room. I cut up these lemons and orange peels that Dr. Sebi, orange peels, and put them in there. So the whole room was just, in the steam room was just that.
Yep.
And so I put him in there every 2 hours. And I would say 8 days later, he emerged knowing who I was. But it was the most scariest thing. So when I wrote the song, shortly after he was feeling better and walking around, he walked past me and he just brushed me in such a way with nothing but love. And I said, you know what? I fall in love every time I'm around you, every time you're around me. And that's really how I wrote the song. You know, I wrote the song from there, and nothing
You know,
would
the
have
whole
prepared.
podcast, right? You know that, right? I fall in love with you every time that I'm around you. You realize you just
Every
that is a book, a podcast, and a whole song in itself that's even deeper than that. That's
Wow.
real. That's
Wow.
real.
Well, listen, we don't want to take up all your time. Wow,
I'm gonna hold you
you know,
hostage.
sound like you could be a regular guest on the show. You know?
Call me, call me.
Yeah.
No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be on this show, and I really appreciate the conversation that you all were having about COVID and how much we didn't know about not only COVID, but how much we did not know about uh, what they were giving us in such a hurry. You know, because we're still losing people to COVID, and they are not talking about it.
Oh yeah,
And
That's
a
a
lot of
fact.
brothers
That's
losing
a
their
fact.
lives. I
Yeah.
mean, early 40s
Yeah.
and 50s now. It's no
Yeah.
longer waiting. You know, you're not dying in your 60s and 70s. It's 40s and 50s now. It's crazy.
And you know, can I just say also, I think also what COVID did is it truly shone a light in our community of the disparaging of how much lack of resources our community receives within the healthcare system. When we talk about
yes,
diabetes, when we talk about you know, high blood pressure, when we talk about, you know, just health in general, how our community, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to me when I think about the mistrust that's been created through history and time, right? And it rightfully so. Do not get me wrong that
yes.
it's not misplaced. It is completely in the right place of where it belongs because of the history. But it's terrible to me to think that somebody in today's day and age can lose their life to diabetes when there's all of this research and medicine available to people, but it's not
And
available
it's
to all
mostly our
people.
people.
That's the
It's
piece.
mostly our
It's
people.
not
Not
it's
available to
our people.
us.
That part. You're losing limbs and arms
Right.
and toes to a disease you don't have to
Yes.
if it's properly managed. In our community, it's not because we don't have access, which is wild.
Yep. You're right. You're
Wild.
right.
It is
Well,
wild, and they even that shot for COVID. If you guys know that quick shot, it wasn't for us. You know, the president got it at the time. Other people, you know, they got
at
it at the
least they
time. They
said
got
he
them through it. Yeah, but us, we were just dying.
Right.
They were putting us on quick respirators and killing us. So this project came from a project of love and awareness and being able to just really sit down, you know, and think about music and what it meant to me and what I wanted to give my people who work so hard to support me as an artist. So thank
Well,
you all for this
well,
platform.
Now,
thank
is the
you.
project in stores already, or?
It is More Than a Woman is in all downloadable. You can go to my site and download. I even have a pink album. Oh my God, I wish I had it in my hand. It's in the back, but I have a pink album. So people who buy vinyl, they can actually get vinyl. I have it on USB. I have it on CD. I got it on all of that. So you can actually go to terisagriffin.com and get it, or you can get it on iTunes, or you can get it on Amazon.com.
Are you on Spotify as well?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get the vinyl just for decoration.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Don't make me flip over. I will flip over in this back seat and show it to you. But it's when I say the ladies and the guys have said, you know what, you really thought about all of us when you put it together. So I know that there's so many different ways that people are actually getting music these days. So
I appreciate you and I thank
yeah,
you.
there you go.
And I just
I
want
am
to
so
say,
grateful.
I just want to say, Goose, you know how my brain.
Oh, there it is.
Let me see.
There it is. Nice.
Okay,
I love it.
that's fabulous.
Definitely have to look that one up. Listen,
Now,
thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Thank you both. Thank you.
All right. We don't want to take up any more of your time.
Have
Enjoy the
great,
rest of your
great
day, folks. Make sure you get that record in stores on all platforms.
And before she walks away,
and I got to get that. Definitely got to get that.
How can we find you? Can we get your social media link stuff information just so our listeners can know how to find you? It is really pink. Look at
Yes,
that
it's
record.
fake.
That record's dope,
I
Goose.
love it. I love it.
Oh, I love that. You,
So
you have
you
your
can go.
IG handle?
Yes. So just go to terisagriffin.com. Terisa spelled Terisa, Griffin, Griffin. And all of my social media is there. Facebook is the same thing. I put an underscore between my name and on Instagram because somebody wanted to make me buy my stuff. And I was like, no, y'all can keep it. I can put a hyphen
I
over
just
it,
followed you
like
on
Rocky
IG.
Devon.
I just
Thank
followed you
you.
on IG. So come
I'm
find me
following you back.
and let's chat. You're amazing.
All
Appreciate
right.
your music.
Thanks for your time, beautiful. Enjoy your day.
Take care. Be well.
God bless you. Thank you.
Take care.
Yes.
Yo,
Terisa Griffin.
that's gotta make the rotation. That song is
Oh, it's
fire.
in rotation. It's in rotation. It's an R&B vibe.
That song
You
is
know,
fire.
you can't get on R&B talk unless you're on R&B vibes.
Fair enough.
Understand
fair
that
enough.
for sure.
I just went to school real quick. Goose University. All right now. All right.
Yes,
now.
indeed. Oh, folks,
That song is
listen.
what's up.
Beautiful record, beautiful person, beautiful soul.